So the house phone ring. All it says is New York caller. I go grab the house phone. I'm like, hello? She like, hey. I'm like, what's up? She like, this yo-yo, I'm parked out in front of your crib. Now, here's the deal. You just don't pop up at somebody's crib. You call before you come. I mean, you call before you come. You don't just pop up. What if I'm not there? What if I'm not there? What if I got somebody else there? So I'm like, well, I can't come out right now. I'm watching my little brother. She like, so I drove all the way over here for nothing. I'm like, I didn't even know you was coming. She like, can I just talk to you for a few minutes? I'm like, all right, just give me a second. She like, all right, I'm out here. So I hang up the house phone. I go straight to the kitchen. I grab the boiled eggs that was boiling. I added more water into the pot. I cut the eye on low, okay? I let it simmer. I cut it on low. I shoot straight upstairs to Caleb. I knock on his door. Do, 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 because he always keep his door locked. So I'm trying to twist the lock. I said, Caleb, Caleb. He like, is someone calling me? Now, here's the deal. He always keep his headphones on if he playing his computer or his games or whatever he playing. He love to keep the headphones on. So he yelling. He hear me knocking at the door about to tear it down. So he opened up the door, right? He like, where's my boiled eggs? I'm like, look, they'll be ready in 15 minutes. He like, so why are you knocking on my door for? I'm like, Caleb. I'm like, I was just letting you know it'll be ready in 15 minutes. He like, okay, thanks for the heads up. Salt and pepper. Extra, 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 extra pepper. And he slammed the door. I'm like, you know what, God? Okay, okay, okay. I goes downstairs. I check the eggs again. I grab the house keys. I goes right out the front door. Front door now opening. She parked. She parked right in the front, okay? Right in the front. So I go out there. So I look at her. She like, get in. She let the window down. She tell me to get in. I'm like, all right. So I gets inside the car. I'm like, what's up? She like, you want to hear this? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I'm in there cooking. I'm like, what's up? She like, so I'm not your girlfriend. I'm like, you smacked me. Like, I'm not over that part. My face was red when I got home. My face was still stinging, okay? I'm like, you smacked me. She like, well, I was upset. She was like, then you let them come up to my job. I'm like, I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying, that they was coming up to the job. I said, I didn't even know she was going to do that. So she like, so I pulled up on you because I want to know, are we together? I'm like, well, Miss Shirley said that, we can't date. She like, Miss Shirley not my mama. I'm like, well, we're going to have to, act regular at work. She like, we can do that. I'm like, I do like you, but I'm like, I just don't want no problems. She like, it's not going to be any problems. I'm like, you promise? She like, I promise. I'm like, all right, cool. She like, now check your girlfriend. I'm like, she's not my girlfriend. She like, I'm coming to pick you up from school tomorrow. She like, is that fine? She like, because I'm off tomorrow. I'm like, you off tomorrow? She like, yeah, Miss Shirley gave me an extra off day. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, well, I work tomorrow. She like, okay, well, I'll come up there and visit. I'm like, all right, cool. So she like, come on. She like, this one killer. I'm like, all right. So we in there, we hot box in the car, right? So as we hotbox in the car, I see Beth come out, right? And I see Cynthia across the street comes out. So I guess they're about to link up for a session. But as I see them getting ready to cross the street, I see dude walking up the opposite way, the same dude that was chasing me, Mark, and Caleb, right? The one that want his bag back. So I see him. I'm like, ooh. So I let down the seat, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, 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 God. She like, wait, I'm like, let your seat back. She like, why are we letting our seat back? I'm like, that dude been chasing us for the past couple of days. She like, wow. I'm like, I don't know, him and my brother into it. She like, oh, I got some in the trunk. I'm like, wait, what? She like, yeah. She like, I go to the gun range all the time. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. I'm like, I ain't worried about it. I'm like, we're going to give him his stuff back. So as me and her talking and politicking, this dude sits on Beth's porch, okay? It's at night, okay? He sits on Beth's porch. him, Cynthia, and they up there, they all twisting up. Now all of a sudden here come Mark and the twins coming out the house, standing on the porch. Mark come out cool, like if he's supposed to be doing this, and he's flaming up, right? He's flaming up. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I gotta flag Mark down. So she let down the window. So I'm like, Mark, because how can they not hear me? They'll Beth stay next door to us. So he like, hey, Rhoda. I'm like, no. So he like telling him, don't walk over here. So I'm like, man, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to get out the car because they don't look like they're about to leave no time soon. They in a whole session. So I'm like, man, I say, look, I need you to do a favor for me. She's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, go on my porch and tell my brother that the dude that's looking for the bag is on Beth's porch. She like, all right. So she gets out the car and she go do as such, right? So as she's talking to Mark, I see Mark's whole face demeanor. His whole face changed, right? He was just looking like, but he had that look like it's about to be a red or a green, if you know what I mean. So I'm like, please, God, don't let this dude do nothing that we not ready for just yet. I got on flip. I only got on gym. I don't have on no gym shoes, okay? I'm not finna get caught in the sauce with this one. So she comes back to the car. So I'm like, man, I forgot to go check the eggs. Like, it popped in my head. Like, I've been out there like, I forgot to go check the eggs. So I get out the car running, okay? Because the house cannot get caught on fire. That's way more important than somebody that's trying to fight us. So as I get out the car, I hurry up and run. I go and look at the eggs. The eggs is popping. The boiled eggs are burnt. It's stinky in there, okay? The eggshells and I popped out the pot. So I grabbed it and I'm trying to stop the, you know what I'm saying, the little burning in the pot. I'm putting cold water on the eggs. So I'm like, dang, the house phone ring. I'm like, ugh, it's private caller. Now I already know. When we hear private caller, that's our private. It got to be my mom, my dad, my nana. It got to be a family member that's super, super close because that's the only way how my mom going to pick up. So I knew seeing a private call, that call was for us. I pick up the call. I say, hello. That's my mama on the phone. She said, why you not picking up the phone? I done called the house phone more than 3 times. I said, oh, I'm making Caleb boiled eggs. She said, you listen to me. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but I'm about to be on my way home. Caleb called me and said that he's hungry and he have not ate. You been down there cooking. Now you cooking boiled eggs. I'm like, well, I was making him burgers and fries when y'all was here, but he said he didn't want the burgers and fries. He said he wanted boiled eggs. She said, Rody Doty, cook my son something to eat before you would never eat again. I said, okay, Mom. I said, that's what I'm doing. She like, well, why is he not eating? He says it's taking forever. Boiled eggs ain't nothing but 8 to 9 minutes to cook. Now she's snapping on the phone, okay? So I'm like, I'm just listening to her. And she don't like when I agree. I said, okay, I'm sorry, Mom. She said, yeah, you sorry. I said, okay, I'm finna crack his boiled eggs open. She said, if he don't call me in the next 5 minutes, matter of fact, I'm finna call his cell phone. If he don't let me know that he done already ate now, at this time, she's going like 100 going north. And I have to respect that she's mad because Caleb done sold me out. He done told on me. Like, you my brother. How you gonna go dress snitch? You could have just came to me and said you was hungry. You know I said that the boiled eggs be ready soon. Boom. I end up going upstairs. I hang up the phone. I go upstairs. I'm like, Caleb, he had his door cracked. I said, Caleb, he like, why are you in my room? I say, why you telling me? He like, I didn't tell on you. I just told Mom, can she pick me up some pizza? I say, some pizza? I say, I'm making you boiled eggs. He like, but I haven't got them yet. I say, but why you tell? He like, can you step back because I'm scared? I'm like, I'm not stepping back. So I push the door open more and his cell phone ring. And now that's Mom, right? She's calling to see if he got his boiled eggs. So she like, Boo man, you can hear her loud mouth. Boo man, I'm like, looking at him. He like, yes, Mom. So they talking. He like, not yet. I'm like, he like, I think Rody Doty say I'm gonna eat McDonald's, right? So I hear my mama talking. So she must have told him to hand me the phone. So he hand me the phone. I'm like, hello? She like, are you in my son's room? I'm like, why you say that? She say, because how he hand you the phone that quick? See, my mom was like more than the FBI agent. She was always investigating. She always wanted to know what was going on and how the way things was being played. And she knew me just like an open book. So I say, yeah, I was in the store. She say, leave my son alone. How you gonna go get him some McDonald's? I'm like, well, I can walk up there on Main Street. Now, if you stay in Buffalo, New York, 1338 Main Street is a McDonald's right up there, right? So I'm like, I could go on Main Street. She like, no, make him burgers and fries in the house. I'm going to tell him that you can make him burgers and fries. So whatever burgers and fries you was making him earlier, continue to make it. So I'm like confused at this point because I'm making boiled eggs. I'm making burgers and fries. He's confusing me. She's telling me to do the total opposite. He's saying now he want McDonald's. When I asked him earlier, did he want McDonald's? Okay, now I got Yo-Yo out there. I got my brother with 2 twins and my mama is threatening to come home and I don't know when. All right. We got the dude over there on Bell Porch. Everything is just messy at this point. So boom, I said, okay, I will. So I say, here, Caleb, mama want to talk to you. So he like, okay. So he's talking to mom or whatever. So he slams the door. Boom. Now I'm down there. I started the burger. Okay. I restarted another whole fresh burger. Okay. So boom, I go back on the porch. Right. Now, as I go out on the porch, Mark like, hey, dude, no walk past twice. I said, okay, and what you do? He just looking at me. I say, so he know where we stay. He like, I don't know, maybe he do. So the dude, he walks back, but when he walk past again, he's with Beth and not Cynthia. So they walk back past. So he like, hey, we ain't gotta wait till tomorrow. You got that bag? So Beth like, wait, what bag? So Yo-Yo like, what bag? What are you talking about? So the twins is there. So the twins like, hey, y'all, like, is y'all good? Like, is we straight? And I'm looking like, we good. I'm like, I don't know who this is. Like, me and Mark trying to fake it out. This dude is walking on our perimeter. So Mark like, here, hold this. He passed the Zaza to the twin. So she put it out. So Mark like, I told you I ain't got your bag. He like, yeah. He like, you want me to give you another cut on your lip? So Mark like, yeah, come on. He like, hit me again. So Beth like, wait, what bag? What you talking about? So now they talk. He was like, they took my bag. I'm like, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, I don't know nothing about no bag. I said I'll talk to my brother. He like, did you talk to him yet? So he like, if he get my bag, he can give it to me now. I say, look, I told you, I'm gonna talk to him. He like, all right, do we get my bag? He like, do you get my bag? Mark like, I ain't gotta answer you. I'm like, look, I said that we can meet at the park tomorrow at 12:01. He like, look, I'm telling you, I want my bag. So he did this to Mark. So Mark like, move your hand at my face. I'm like, Mark, chill. He like, no, he ain't finna put his hand in my face. So Yo-Yo like, hey, man. He like, Yo-Yo like, hey, just going on here. He like, ain't nobody talking to you. Yo-Yo like, ain't nobody, look, I ain't from around here. I got some in my trunk. He like, I got something on me, right? So Beth like, hey, just chill. But he never showed that he had something on him. He just making, at this point, he just making, you know what I'm saying, little cocky threats. He just want to be cocky. So Mark started laughing. He like, yeah, do whatever you got to do. So Mark like, yo, give me the Zaza back, but AKA the blunt. He like, give me the Zaza back. Boom, he flames it back up. He like, man, Mark like, this is good. So dude comes up close. I'm like, hey, don't get in my brother's face, right? So in my mind, I'm like, I know I got to go check the burgers, but I need dude to get off the porch. So I say, Beth, get your friend. She like, all right, but see, Beth, we all know, if you've been watching the story time, Beth is a little sneaky. So Beth end up like, let me talk to you. Talk to him in his ear, like, let me talk to you. So they going ahead and go to the side. They go talk. I'm like, Mark, let's go in the house. Mark like, I ain't going nowhere now. Mark loud. I'm like, Mark, we cannot get in trouble. We are watching Caleb. Mama don't know what's going on. I'm like, we are going in the house. So you're like, what bag? I'm like, hey, y'all come in the house with me real quick. Now, I'm thinking that this is going to be real quick, okay? I know I'm not allowed to have nobody in the house, but we need to get out of Dodge real fast. We all go in the side of my crib.